our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Play clock winding down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Ryan, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. That throw good for 4. It's second down. First try for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
A first carry now. This is Hill. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him at defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And caught right side, Green. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
On second down, here's Ryan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Ryan on second down. This will be caught at the 2. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it with Hill. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That's caught at the 1. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Ryan to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that brings up 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
To return, here's Michael Campanero. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Now Flacco going to give to his fullback, Juszczyk. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Ravens are going to have a first down. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now Flacco. Caught left side. Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for Baltimore first. Give to Lacy running right. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Big Stephen Paya there to get him down to the ground.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On second down, Ryan. Underneath here to Hill. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Ryan. Green's got it over the middle. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Baltimore after this. Second down and 4. Now a pitch out to Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, that is not my father or my grandfather's defensive tackle, because those guys, they were pretty static on the line of scrimmage, just kind of hold things up, and if plays came to them, they made some tackles. Nowadays, your job is to get upfield, get into the offensive backfield, and make plays. And oh my goodness, can these guys run nowadays? That's why they're able to make plays all up and down the line of scrimmage.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. To the left side here for Eifert. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Third down now following the completed pass. Another pistol look here. Ryan now to throw on third down. And Eifert has it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. To the left side here for Eifert. And down inside the 15 he goes. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. On the screen, Bernard. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A.J. Green, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Perriman in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Third down, Flacco from the gun. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is taken at the 18. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bengals take possession. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The play clock's running down. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hit 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. On 2nd down, Ryan. Green's got it over the middle. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Ryan. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
In motion left, Robinson. They'll try to get the offense going with Lacey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here, 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Barely got that snap off. Flacco now. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll bring them back within 4. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Now Ryan on second down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On the counter, it's Hill. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They go play action with Ryan. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st down, Flacco, and that is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on third down. Bootleg. Flacco. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Carlos Dunlap able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be fourth down. He gets this one away. And boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Second and 10. Flacco once more. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco. And a quick throw here that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Play action. Flacco on the move to his left. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. One back is Lacey. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Dennis Pitta, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yard.
And the defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments in this one. They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 4 yards remaining now on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Hill. And he'll take this one across. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll hand it off now. Hill able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Again, it's Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bengals, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.